Hey, I'm Roland with Mobile Geeks, and what we have right here is the new Acer Liquid Z200 series. So that's their new entry-level smartphone that's actually geared towards kids and people who don't want to really spend much money on smartphones, because this device is actually launching in Europe for 80 euros. It's only 79 euros. Pricing in the US, if it's coming out over there, should be pretty much the same in US, so about $80. It's based on a MediaTek MT6572M, so that's the lower cost but updated version of their low-end chipset. So it's a dual-core 1.0 gigahertz chip combined with 512 megabytes of RAM and 4 gigs of onboard flash storage. It's a really low-end device. It carries two SIM cards. It has a micro SD card slot. We are talking about a 4-inch 480 by 800 pixel resolution on here. And what's really interesting about this is that MediaTek has been working with Acer to provide support for Android 4.4 KitKat. So if I go into the settings menu right here, you'll see that it says Acer or Android 4.4.2 KitKat on here. So all the MediaTek devices from Acer are actually going to support KitKat. Not the older models, at least for the Z series, but all the devices as of E series and upwards are actually being migrated to KitKat, and this guy, the new one, Z200, is coming with KitKat out of the box, and they're guaranteeing one upgrade at least, so going to 4.4.3 or whatever comes next. About the screen, you might notice that it started flickering, so that's a power saving solution that's activated right here. What's also interesting is that this is actually not an IPS panel, it's a TN panel, but if you look from the sides, the viewing angles are not deteriorating as badly as you know from other TN panels. If you look from the top, though, it really starts washing out very soon. From the bottom, it's pretty much alright. As you can see, that's keeping up pretty well, but if you look from the top, it starts to lose like the colors pretty fast. Again, that was the power saving, and now the screen turned off. The device has a 1300 milliamp hour battery. The weight is going to be under 130 grams. It's not final yet, closer to 120, that's what they told me. And they're modifying the interface quite a lot on this one right here. On the other devices, it's not as bad. They add a bunch of different quick settings right here, so you can, for example, activate the floating buttons to have the buttons on screen. A bunch of other settings that are available from this menu. Yeah, but that's basically it. That's pretty much all they do on the interface. They're adding their support for their quick button, which I'll show you in a second when we take a tour around the device. And they also have their own camera app, which isn't installed on this device yet. So let's take our quick tour. Well, although it looks like the device has two speakers, since it has those grills on top on it and on the bottom, it is actually only one speaker on here. So we have the earpiece up here, and the lower one is a front speaker. So Acer is pushing to put front speakers on both of its devices, and it's definitely a good idea because it makes for a better sound. Again, 4-inch screen, no camera on the front. Cost-saving reasons are cited on this. It is a plastic casing with a removable back, so you can actually peel this off. We have the micro USB 2.0 port right there. That's the on and off button and the volume rocker. There's just this tiny latch down here to open up the device on the bottom. Nothing on the left, and only the headset jack up on top. So that's pretty much it on the sides, but on the back you get a 2 megapixel camera, again keeping the price as low as possible, and you get this quick button right here, which in this case launches the camera app. So when I press this, it will actually launch the camera app right away. Sorry, I just hit the... So there you go, switching to the camera app, which is actually launching pretty quickly, so that's pretty good. There is a micro SD card slot integrated right here, so let me just quickly open this up to show to you what we have in here. So for one, this is the 1300 milliamp hour battery right there, and you get a micro SD card slot for storage extension. That's the main SIM card, standard sized SIM card, and right next to that you can insert a micro SIM as the second SIM card. Again, this one's coming out in, I think, about July, that's what they said, and it's going to cost just under 80 euros, in this case 79 euros. I was rolling in Mobile Geeks, checking out the new Acer Z200 from the Liquid series. What I forgot to show you is actually the performance. So MediaTek and Acer have been investing a lot to optimize performance. So as you can see, that's doing pretty good. I also tried to enter a text message, so just to check out the performance while typing. It actually has a swipe style keyboard, but it also reacts to typing pretty well, so that's actually doing pretty good for a device that is running such a low spec. And again, optimized version of Android on here, running Android 4.4.2, so well done Acer on this. Again, I was rolling with Mobile Geeks, showing off the Acer Liquid Z200 entry-level smartphone that's coming out in a bunch of colors at Computex 2014. And if you want to see more of our videos, subscribe to the channel and give us a like on this one. See you later.